Hello and welcome to Fifth and Grace. Today we're diving into your weekly Astro Tarot reading. You know what? I'm going to give the cards a little ding-a-ling there and give them a good shuffle, and then we will get started. This reading is for the energies around each zodiac sign, the 19th to the 25th. There we go. I really should check the dates before I get on here and start filming, and then still, I don't know what day it is. So it is the 19th. So the Sunday to the Saturday. I do this every Sunday. And just so that you know, I am going to start a new series. It will be a monthly video. So on the day that the Zodiac changes, I'm going to do a video just for the new sign that we're entering into. So on the 20th, there will be a video there just for our Aquarius friends. And then in February will be our Pisces friends, in March our Aries friends, and so on. So it will be a little bit bigger than our 3-card readings, and it will be just for our Aquarius friends on the 20th. I'm also starting a second monthly series where I'm going to be, for each zodiac sign, your tarot ritual that you can use that really taps into the energy of your sign. Now, of course, we always want to remind everybody to look at your sun, your moon, and your rising signs and combine them all together for the full and complete message of the energies around you. I know that I'm an Aries, and a lot of people say I don't come off like an Aries. And I would say that's my Cancer rising, is balancing out that spicy, fiery energy. So as much as I do wake up every day in that energy of like, I'm ready to go to war, like a good Aries. But at the same time, I'm like, don't be mean to me or I might cry. And I may just need a cuddle on the couch or something to get over it. I don't know. My husband's a Cancer, so, and he's very much a Cancer. Very nurturing, very loving, and also very sensitive. Like I can make him cry in like 4 seconds. I can just remind him of something that I know he finds sad or emotional, and he'll start crying. Awful. I know, but it's fun. See, that's the thing when you marry an Aries, you know, that's what happens. So we're going to start with our Capricorn friends, starting so this is the last reading that we're going to do that begins with Capricorn as we're moving from Capricorn season to Aquarius season. So our next one, we were going to begin with Aquarius. So, because otherwise I would just start with Aries all the time, because that's where usually the Zodiac starts, but we don't do that. We like to, if it's your birthday season, you get to go first. That's where we're at. So number 1, we have the Hermit in reverse for our Capricorn friends. I don't think I've ever in my entire career pulled the Hermit in reverse. That's wild. But this is not, not great. Not great. I'm sorry, Capricorns. I'm feeling like, you're feeling a little isolated, like you've gotten off track, you've lost your way a little bit, and you're withdrawing because of that. Because we know our Capricorn friends really like to be large and in charge and, you know, in control of everything. And when they don't feel that they're achieving that, may retreat into themselves. Now, remember, this is only the energy for this week. This isn't, you know, it's just a week, not a life. And so I would say if you're feeling antisocial or you're feeling some fear that's kind of holding you back, just lean into that and explore that and think like, where is this coming from? What am I afraid of, really? What is the worst that could happen? I know that's not an energy that most Capricorns like living in. But if things are feeling uncertain, questions you could be asking yourself are like, why do I need things to feel certain? Why do I need certainty? That's a question I ask my clients all the time. You know, I had a client recently who was saying that she was trying to make something happen. And I said, well, why do you feel you need to make it happen? And it, you know, kind of stopped her in her tracks. Like, why do you need this? Why are you pursuing this? Like, you're now enforcing energy. Why are you trying to force something rather than just letting something flow naturally? She took that and she emailed about a week later to say when she finally released and let it go, everything started to fall into place. I was like, what a surprise. What a surprise. So if you're feeling that way, our Capricorn friends, that's okay. Just lean into it. This is just, you know, experience this emotion, experience these feelings, see where they might be coming from. And, you know, what is the trigger? Is there a trigger there? Is there a wound? Is this just reminding us that there are some parts of us that aren't quite healed and maybe just need a little attention and love? So that's our message for our Capricorn friends this week. Go easy on yourself, okay? If you feel you need to hide at home, hide at home. Yeah, you know, no one's forcing you to do anything. Obviously, we have our obligations, but if you need to spend your downtime just hiding at home, cuddling up on the couch or whatever, do that. If that will help you heal and come out the other side, then do that. Don't try to run from it. Don't try to make it go away just by putting it on a box on the shelf. Deal with what you're experiencing. Deal with what you're feeling. So now we have our Aquarius friends. We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I don't love this card in reverse. I hope this isn't going to be another one of those. Oh God, reading. Sorry, everybody. I feel like there's some unexpected financial changes. What just popped in right now, my guides were like showing me a contract, and it's like whatever it is that you've been trying to do, it's not working, or it's not going to happen, at least this week. Next week might be a whole different story, but there's something that you believed was coming to completion and you were going to be like, okay, it's done. Now we can get going. And it's not. There's a delay of some kind, and it is something that's going to be affecting you financially. There's like some big stuff happening here. But like I said, this is just this week. We could pull this next week and it's a totally different card, totally different message for you. But our 10 of Pentacles is definitely, I'm feeling like it's a family matter. There's somebody who's got it's a family situation. Either it's like a family business, or it's an inheritance, or something. There's something, and because our pentacles, it's like not just our money, but our physical body, our life, our home, all our physical, tangible life, that it could be an inheritance, but not necessarily money. It could be something that could be traded for money, but it's not about like the bank account. It's about physical stuff that may be passed down that somebody's not happy about. That somebody's not happy that you're receiving it. So just be on the lookout for that. The advice for you is to just sit tight. Don't argue back. Don't get involved, because the energy right now is not suitable for that. But just stand your ground. Just stay strong. Be quiet. Don't clap back. Don't fight back. Don't try to explain anything to anybody, because they're not going to understand. People will only understand to the level of evolution that they're at, and they're not. So yeah, just hang tight. Give it a week. Think your way through it. Just, you know, ponder, brain dump, whatever it is. Like if they send you a message and you want to respond, just write out your response on a piece of paper, but don't send it. So yeah, because we don't want to cause damage. Let the other person be the one who causes the damage. We don't want to be the one that causes the damage. So there you go. That was our Aquarius friends. This is our Pisces friends. Oh my God. The four of Pentacles in reverse. I hope this isn't going to be a whole reversal reading. So this is about like things getting shaken up. You're moving energy really well this week. And this is our Pisces friends. This is about like generosity and sharing and giving and letting go of things that we don't need anymore, purging your house, getting it's the word minimalist is coming in, and I'm not suggesting that we get rid of everything and live a Trappist lifestyle, but certainly purge what you don't need, purge the clutter in your house, or at least clean it up, and or give things away, sell them, throw stuff out. It's time. It's time. We're a few weeks into the new year. It's time to get our physical environment working for us, if that makes sense. So the stuff you have in your house, the clutter in your house, and I'm not saying everybody's got clutter in their house, but everybody does. Okay. Everybody. You remember Monica on Friends, and everybody was like, oh my God, she's so organized. She's a neat freak, but she had the closet of all of her crap. Yeah. Yeah. We all have one of those, right? The things that we don't want to part with, it's time to part with them. It's time to either put them to use or send them somewhere where they will be used and loved and appreciated. Because when you jam stuff in a closet and you're not using it, even though you're sentimentally attached, you're not appreciating it. And that energy of lack of appreciation is just filling your house. So it's time to get rid of that stuff. It's time to get that stuff out the door in one fashion or another. And this is for our Aries friends. Oh my gosh. The Three of Swords in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse. Why are we getting all of these reversals? And you saw me shuffle the deck and everything, and I twist the deck all the time. Interesting. This is about releasing a lot of stuff. I feel like our Aries friends, we tend to hang on to a lot. We're the warriors, right? We don't have problems. Other people bring their problems to us. But really deep down we do, because we are quite sensitive people, even though we're all bluster and, guard dog and all that stuff. But all of that stuff is starting to come out. That it's like purging, releasing pain. Releasing pain is really coming up. And feeling optimistic. I feel like this is going to be a really good week for you, Aries. Sorry about everybody else, but this is going to be a really good week for you, because I feel like whatever grief and sorrow that you've been experiencing, you're actually going to start to feel the difference, that you're going to be able to release enough stuff this week. Have a good cry. Just get it all out. But you'll be able to release a lot of stuff this week and leave it behind. Just let it go and leave it behind, and don't look back. You're not going that way, so don't look back. But there's definitely some forgiveness energy here, that you will be able to forgive whatever's happened, and you'll actually be able to forgive yourself for your role in whatever happened. And if you tell me that you didn't play a role in whatever, you're lying to yourself. I don't care if you lie to me, but don't lie to yourself. Because yes, the abuser, and I'm just going to use this as an example. I'm not saying that's what's happening. Yes, the abuser was wrong. They did their thing and it was awful and they shouldn't have done it and blah, 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 blah. But we also need to forgive ourselves for how long we put up with it and our role in it, right? So that's the role you played, was you stuck around for it. So this is what I'm saying, is that people say, well, I didn't do anything wrong. Well, you didn't aggressively, actionably do something wrong, but you stayed and put up with it. And you didn't act sooner, and you didn't deal with things, and whatever else. So that's what I'm saying, is we all have, no matter what happens, we all have to forgive ourselves as well. So that we can stop living in the shame and guilt of that and those feelings. And that's an easy enough process. If you would like to learn about forgiveness work, listen, whenever I say to people, like, reach out to me, let's chat, there is zero obligation. If you say, I would like to know about your forgiveness work, I'm going to send you everything. And then that's it. I'm not going to bug you. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to be in your DMs constantly trying to, sell. When you're ready, you know where I am. Okay. So whenever I say, like, reach out and let me know what you need, I'll get you the information, but I'm not going to chase you. So no, there's no slimy, salesy stuff going on here. I truly believe that selling is serving. So as long as I'm serving, then I don't need to do anything else. And the right people will come to me and they will get what they need, because they'll recognize in me that I've got what they need, and that's it. And I don't, I'm not going to chase you for that. So anyway, but back to the forgiveness element. There is some forgiveness work to be done here, and it will free you. It will open you up so much. And the forgiveness is not telling the other person that what they did is okay. What it is energetically disconnecting ourselves from that moment. And there's a few things that we do within the forgiveness work. And I got to come up with another word for that, because as soon as I say forgiveness, everybody just shuts down, the walls go up, that's it, end of conversation. But it's just about releasing you from what's keeping you attached to that moment. And we know that you're attached if you're telling the same story over and over and over on a loop, you need to do some forgiveness work. I held a grief retreat a number of years ago, and there was a woman there whose daughter had died, I believe, of a drug overdose. And she just never got over it. And I don't say that anybody who's lost a child should get over it, but it was like she was still stuck in that moment with the police being told her daughter had died. Like, she was stuck in that moment. So she, I would have suggested to her, like, we need to do some energetic work to get you out of that moment and moving forward. You're never going to get over it. It's never going to be done. My father-in-law is 88 years old. One of his sons was killed in 1990. He's not over it. And I wouldn't expect him to be over it. But you have to get over certain moments. You have to get over that initial pain and trauma and shock of whatever it is. And then you can move forward and process a lot through your grief. And that's how it gets easier. And people say, well, am I going to feel like this forever? No, but if you actually feel your pain and experience it and allow it to be released, then you can move forward and feel better. It's never 100%, because this is the work of a lifetime, but certainly we want to get to a point where we can function in day-to-day life and it's not all consuming. It's okay to have a conversation about other things. And that's what this card is really coming through strongly on. That was a lot. I'm sorry. Or maybe I shouldn't be sorry. Or maybe I shouldn't tell myself what to do. So should, would, could. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of energy here. And I feel like our Aries friends are going to be just purging all kinds of things. So there you go. Taurus, the Death card. Ooh, there's some transformational stuff coming up for you. The experiences that you've had are coming. There's I feel like you're coming to a point of resolution in your mind about things that have happened and how they've changed you, because we are the sum of our experiences. So the death is just, it's like the chrysalis, right? Like the butterfly becoming, or the caterpillar becoming a butterfly. That's all it is, really, is you've just taken like maybe what might not be the most pleasant experience. You've processed your way through it, and now you're actually better for it, which could just simply look like I gained some new skills. It could be something as simple. I'll give you a great example. In December, I was on the highway. My windshield got smashed by a piece of ice that flew off another vehicle. I had no idea what to do. I actually had to learn how to deal with the police with this, how to get a police report, how to deal with my insurance company, how to get a windshield replaced. I had to learn a lot. And now I could actually teach somebody how to do that. So through that whole kind of icky experience, it was very grown up and I didn't like that. But through that whole icky experience, I actually learned a lot, and it's transformed me to that. Then if that should ever happen again, it won't. But just in case it ever happens to somebody else, I know that I know what to do. I could be like, okay, here's the 3 phone calls you need to make. And boom, 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 you're good to go. So that is a transformation. I am different now for having that experience. And that was just a simple experience that, literally a few hours after my windshield was smashed, I had my car back with a new windshield and off I went. But all the dealing of the other stuff, that was transformational. So when we're looking at our lives, it doesn't have to be like this big, massive thing that dramatically changed your life and now you've come out of it a different person. It could simply be one experience that you did a lot of learning in, and it actually transformed you into somebody who can then share that experience. So there's that. There you go. That was our Taurus friends. And now our Gemini friends, we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. All these reverse cards, so fascinating. So we have, and everybody, you know, just know that the reverse cards are not always negative. Sometimes they are, but in this case, they're not. So this is about, I feel like the groundwork has been laid for the year in your January journey. You've been doing a lot of stuff to get ready for the year and prepare. And it's okay to take January to lay the groundwork and then just focus on the next 11 months. Like I think a lot of us do that. But this is basically saying you kind of pulled it all together. You've fixed all the things that need to be fixed. You need to see that you are actually over the worst, whatever it is that you've been experiencing. And mostly it's just a mind game, right? Like your thoughts about it are what's creating any stress or upset around things. But definitely you've done a great job of like rising above the problems and just being strong and keeping your cool, right? Because that's usually where a lot of things go sideways. I was at my hairdresser's today and she said, yeah, like when I'm in my emotional self, nothing good comes of that. When I'm in an argument, like she's like, so I have to intentionally not be emotional when I'm dealing with stuff. So it's the same kind of thing here. It sounds like you've actually done a really great job over the last little bit of rising above and getting yourself good, getting your own head straight, and then you're able to actually overcome the problems. Good job. Good job. That is our Gemini friends. So now our Cancer friends. Precious. Oh, so cute. Oh my gosh. Look at that. How sweet. I don't know if that's focused or not. These cards are so cute. Unfortunately, the deck is sold out. So I haven't been able to link it for you. But this is, in this deck, this is Precious Friends. But in reality, this is the lovers. The lovers. Somebody is feeling like they're in a one-sided relationship and they're detaching from that person in that relationship. The sense is that the other person that in the relationship, whether it's romantic, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, there's all kinds of relationships, could be a business partnership. So the sense is that the other person is perhaps not communicating as much as you would like them to, and that's causing some distrust and an imbalance so you're feeling like you're in this all by yourself because the other person isn't participating. It could just be a communication problem. So what you need to do is just reach out and say, hey, can we have a sit down just to, regroup and catch up on where we're both at? And you'll probably learn a lot from that conversation. And there's definitely like a partnership element. So it's you and somebody else. I don't know who. If this is you and you're experiencing this, let me know in the comments so we know, is it a family member? Is it a friend? Is it a business partnership? Is it romantic? Because there's something coming. This lack of communication is causing trust issues. And a lot of people don't realize that the more they communicate on the little things, that's the trust building. Those big things, that doesn't build the trust. It's the little things. So like just saying to somebody, like texting someone and say, hey, I'm just walking into the gym. I'll call you when I'm done. That builds trust. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't need to communicate every minute of my day. And it's like, well, you're leaving wide gaps where people will fill in the blanks themselves. So I get it. If somebody is like not communicating and you're filling in the blanks yourself, it's time for a sit down. And it doesn't have to be like, all right, listen, you need to communicate more. It could just simply be like, hey, I just want to catch up, see where you're at, where can we work on, blah, 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 and just see what happens. Okay. So that was for our Cancer friends. Our Leo friends, the 10 of Cups. Aww, 10 of Cups. Y'all are going to be feeling pretty good. Pretty darn good this week. This is, I don't know. Do I need to say anything else? This is about receiving the love you want. This is about receiving the kind of love you want. This is about happy families, contentment, you know, wishes come true. This is, your home life is good. Everything is good. Your emotions are high. You're feeling good about everything. And that really goes a long way in keeping us from getting down about all the other stuff. You know, we know what we're talking about. All the other garbage that's going on. So good job there. Well done. Enjoy your week. I got nothing. It's just all good for you. Just enjoy it. Embrace it. Live in that energy. Enjoy it. Share it where you can. Spread it around. If your life is great, just do a little something to make somebody else's life a little better too, okay? And then for our Virgo friends, we have the King of Wands, and this is our boss man. This is the get it done. This is mastering our actions, being in control of what we do. The big message coming in right now is whatever it is that you have wanted to do, that you've been laying the groundwork for, get on with it. Pull the trigger. This is the time. This is when you want to get on with it. Just giddy up, get on with it. This is about, you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, you have everything you need to make your moves. You just got to get on with it and have the courage to do it, and do it with conviction. Don't do it half-hearted because you're not sure if it'll work. No, just do it with the assumption that it's going to work. This is it. Life-changing. Boom. You're going to be famous for it. That's it. That's the energy you need to go in with. Get on with it. Off you go. Giddy up. That was our Virgo friends. And for our Libra friends, we have the Hanged Bear. Oh, Libras, are you feeling a little stuck? Are you feeling like there's a situation that you are feeling that you have lost control over? That you are feeling like the term holding pattern is coming in. That's interesting because I said that to somebody this morning about being in a holding pattern. And it's weird that it's coming back out again. But just this feeling that there's a situation that you're almost like you're waiting for somebody else and you're kind of stuck. So go give them a nudge. Go give them a nudge. Go help them along. Give them a little bit of inspo. Get them moving. Light a fire under them. And if you can't do that, then you just have to accept the situation and start to see it from a different perspective, you know, and say, well, how can we look at this in a different way? And instead of just like thinking outside the box, just look around the box. You might find the solution. You might find the answer. And the way you see it, you may decide that you're seeing it, that the delay is actually a good thing because it's giving you opportunities to do other stuff. There's all kinds of ways that we can see situations that aren't working the way we want them to or at the pace we want them to. So that's just a great reminder. And like I said, this is just this week. Next week could be a whole different story. And this is for our Scorpio friends. We have the 5 of Cups. Such a cute card. This deck, I'm so sorry that I'm going to check again today and see if I can if this is back online again, that I can get you the link to buy it. So this is, this is for our Scorpio friends. They've been through some stuff and there's sort of like feelings of sadness and grief and, like just a crying over spilled milk. And this card it always has great visuals for this card because we have 3 empty honey jars, but we've got 2 full ones. So don't be so upset about what you've lost that you're not being grateful for what you have. Don't be so upset that you don't have what you desire that you forget to be grateful for what you already have. It is okay to stand with 1 foot in gratitude and 1 foot in desire. That's a beautiful space to be because the more grateful you are, the easier it is to call in your desires. And so we've got this lovely balance where we're appreciating what we have, but then also being like, wouldn't it be nice? Mine is always, wouldn't it be nice to have a big white Escalade in my driveway next to my little Jeep? So that's, you know, I'm so grateful for my car. I'm so grateful for my independence. I'm so grateful that every single time I go out to my car, it starts and it takes me where I need to go. It keeps me warm. It keeps me safe. You know, if you heard the story about the windshield being smashed, yeah, we could have been killed. Easily could have been killed. It could, so easily could have been a whole other situation that day. But I'm so grateful that the windshield of my car protected me and my son and kept us alive and kept us safe and kept us uninjured. No one got hurt. So that's what I'm saying is like, I can be so deeply grateful for my car and what it gives me and what it provides for me. And then at the same time, also say, and I would also love to have an Escalade in my driveway next to my Jeep so they can be pals together. Okay. 1 foot in desire, 1 foot in gratitude. Move forward like that this week and see what happens. And finally, our Sagittarius friends, we have the 9 of Cups. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The 9 of Cups is about achievement. You're really... I feel like our Sagittarius friends are really doing a lot of inner work. And we're really making a lot of progress and we're achieving a lot emotionally. We're doing that inner work. I feel like there's a situation that's happened, whether it's a loss or a breakup or something, and that you've actually done the deep inner work to kind of get through that. A lot of people, what they do is they put it in a box, put it on the shelf and don't deal with it. And then it erupts somewhere else later on. And it's always at the most inconvenient time. It's never when you're at home. It's always like when you're in the grocery store. And, so good job to our Sagittarius friends. I know it's not easy, but it's definitely worth doing. So I feel like you've actually done this inner work and now you're like, look at your prosperity of beautiful emotions that you have on the table now to work with and play with and experience. So good for you. Well done. Don't forget to come back next week and see what the next week has for you. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you are a new friend, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to click subscribe and leave a comment and let me know you were here. And if you're an old friend, thanks for hanging around. I do love our conversations. Don't forget to click subscribe, leave a comment, click like, share, do all the things. You know what to do. It really helps me grow this channel, which means I can provide more and more and more for you. So there's that. My tip jar is in the description of this video. The link to my Facebook is there. The link to my Patreon is there. You can get on my VIP list and there is a freebie there for you. It is this month's freebie. So then you can grab it and print it and get to work on that. And I have a whole new freebie for next month. So that will be going up February 1st. We'll start promoting that as well. So thank you so much. Have a